Welcome to Bald Guy DIY. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 New Year's resolutions that can benefit almost any DIYer. It's that time of year again when the calendar is rolling over from December to January, and even though it's just another day of the year, it is a good time for us to examine how we did this year and maybe look for opportunities in the coming year to get more accomplished or to meet some of the goals that have been nagging us in the back of our minds. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 goals that I think are super important to any DIYer to get more out of the new year. So let's get into it. The first thing that I think can help any DIYer is just to get better organized. None of these are going to be so amazing that you couldn't possibly have thought of them, but they're simple solutions that make a big difference in the long run. One of the most impactful books I've read in the last couple years was Atomic Habits by James Clear. It gives a lot of simple solutions and things that can be done that give you a lot of incremental change, which adds up to big differences down the road. So one of the main ones is to improve your systems or the things that are underlying your results. You might think, oh, I'm just not getting as much done as I'd like, or things are not working out as well as they could, or I don't have enough materials, or whatever your situation is. But a lot of times it's just the result of not being very well organized. I know for myself, sometimes my projects tend towards chaos theory, which is the longer the project goes on, the more disorganized everything gets around me. But it can be very helpful to get everything properly put away, reorganized, and then move forward from there. And what I found, going through a lot of those things piling up in the corners or in places that we've set them aside, helps to reignite that inspiration as you realize, oh, I didn't even remember I had that anymore. Or, helps you discover tools and materials that have been left in places that are long since forgotten. Getting better organized could mean a lot of different things. Could be how you manage or plan your time, the kinds of online tools you might use on your computer or phone for scheduling or reminders. Also could just mean getting storage bins and properly labeling where things go, or getting a pegboard or anything else that can help you organize the tools and materials that you already have. A great way to organize your thoughts is to keep a daily journal. For me, what works great is to have daily habits, things that I do over and over again every single day without missing one, and that helps me to get a lot more accomplished in the days, weeks, and months that go by. One of the things that I do every day is write down a project idea for my YouTube channel. Actually, write down 2. And so even though they might not seem the most inspiring or exciting at the time, they do really add up. And over a year, you have over 700 new ideas and things that you can explore if you get a little stumped on creativity. The more organized you can get in all parts of your life, the easier and more efficiently your projects will flow, and the more that you'll get accomplished and a lot less frustration. The second idea for our New Year's resolution is to get more done. Now, that might seem pretty simple and a little too vague, but personalize it and find opportunities that you have in order to get more accomplished. For me, as I mentioned with the daily habits, I put in the things that I need to get accomplished even a little bit at a time, such as spending 2 minutes doing something, organizing and cleaning up. And then every day I make sure that I've spent a little bit of time accomplishing those goals, and then over time that progress grows and grows. One of the big things that DIYers can suffer from sometimes is a lot of thinking about something and not enough action. So scheduling some time for yourself every day, or just checking up on your progress regularly and seeing what kind of things you should be getting done, it can really help to motivate you. And even if you set out to spend just 2 minutes or just 5 minutes on something, you'll find that an hour later you're still working on it because you've gotten inspired and you've gotten into the moment. So get more done by getting started a little bit at a time and making sure that every day that passes or every week or month, you're checking off the things that you wanted to get accomplished. The Atomic Habits book that I referenced also has a newsletter by the author that goes out every week. And one of the most recent concepts he shared was something about breaking your life into 10-minute segments. So if you look at every 10 minutes, what am I getting accomplished? It can give you a lot more focus and drive to get things done. For myself, I found just by scheduling more and more projects that I want to get done, and also by checking them off, keeping track. Again, that's part of the organization, but just making sure that things are arranged and flowing and on track. A lot of DIYers, like myself, have a lot of different things on the go at the same time. And even in the last year, I've overseen electrical projects, I've started an escape room business, cranked out 52 YouTube videos, and done a bunch of other things besides working a full-time job, and that's a result of just getting more done and being better organized overall. The last resolution to share with you is the idea of just getting better or improving your skill set in some way in this coming year. One of the best ways to do that is to write down a series of goals or things that you'd like to be able to accomplish in the future that you don't yet have any experience in, and then examining opportunities that exist for how you're going to gain that experience. You might have always wanted to dabble in woodworking or electronics or coding or a plethora of other things, and the way to start doing those things is to plan out how in the coming year you're going to acquire some of those skills. Perhaps it's just going to be hanging out with some people that already do those kinds of things, or by taking a part-time job where you get an opportunity to learn new skills, or by watching YouTube videos. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money, though you could invest in a workshop or a camp of some kind. But the important thing is to set a goal for yourself of the kinds of skills that you'd like to acquire in the next year, and then go out and acquire some of those skills. When I think of DIY, to me, a huge part of it is about building up skill building blocks or different unique things that you're able to do, and then putting enough of those things together to churn out some really unique and creative projects. That could be something like graphic design or woodworking or computer animation. It could be just about anything, art classes, creative writing, whatever it is, but explore new avenues and building blocks that you can add to your skill set, and you'll be able to create more incredible things going forward. So there's 3 simple ideas for New Year's resolutions, or really any new goal setting that you want. Get better organized, get more done, and keep improving your skill set. If you like these kind of videos, please let me know by giving them a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content I post every weekend, and start your new year off right with better habits, better systems, and even better results. Until next time, in all your DIY pursuits, don't be afraid to be bolder.